कितने लोग आए इसमें? एक ही लोग आया क्या? कौन करा है? बोल तो दिया क्या बोल? लिख दो।
Okay, let's start. Um, I think nobody tried DSpace. We have installed in cloud. Today we can start with add a new item type in item submission page in DSpace. For example, yesterday we have seen while depositing an item. For example, here type we want if we want to add a new item type, for example, that is patent. Okay, patent we want to add. It's possible. Not like Koha, we have to open the configuration file and add the extra item type we required. Same way, we can add the language. Here, English, Spanish, German. Um, we can add Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, Hindi. Okay, we will see how to do it. In my blog, DSpace Geek, recently I have add a new item type in item submission. See here, this configuration located in this file, DSpace config input hyphen forms.xml. That located at file browser, computer, DSpace config input hyphen forms. This one, input DSpace config input forms.xml. This one, item submission, not forms. I have to change it. Okay, I will show the file item submission.xml. Okay, I will just show you how this file look like. Open with other application, mousepad. Okay, see here, scroll down. For example, search for book. Wait. In DSpace wiki, it give a very detailed information regarding submission user interface. Item submission.xml. Earlier, it was stored in this file input hyphen forms.xml in DSpace 6. Now it's submission forms.xml. Submission forms.xml. Submission forms.xml. This one. Okay. Search for book. See here. We can add here the new item type. See here, article, book, alphabetic order, book chapter, data set, learning, image. Once again, that is located in DSpace folder, config folder, inside config folder, submission forms.xml, submission hyphen forms.xml. We can check it. It's a lengthy file, so we can search for an item type like article. Okay, then we can duplicate one entry. For example, we are going to add a patent. in alphabetical order. Um, See here, patent data paper. Okay, just to copy this line and paste here. Then change here, patent. Then save it. We cannot save it from here. We have to open it from the command line. We just when we open from the file manager, it will just display the content. We cannot save it. We have to open it. Open it using command line. Okay. How to open it? In the command line, sudo mousepad, the text editor, then /root. DSpace is the folder. Config is the subfolder. Then submission.forms.xml. Okay, we have to enter command like this and give the path of the file. Press enter. It asks the password first time. Give the password. Then search for item book. Change the name here. Pattern. Pattern. This is the first line is displayed value. Second line is stored value. So displayed value, we can start with the capital letter pattern. Stored value, that's a stored value. We can give it in small letter. Then save the file. Save the file. Then refresh the page. Type. See here. Where it is. Oh, not there. Okay, we have some mistake happen. Here we have to mention here. See here. Reprint. Pattern, save it. See here, type. Not appeared. I think we have to restart the Tomcat server. To restart Tomcat server, command is sudo systemctl restart tomcat9.service. Sudo systemctl is a kind of command. Using that, we restart or start or stop a command. Tomcat9 is a service. We restart it. See here, item type patent appeared here. The same way, we can add a language here. Open the same file. Search for English. Yes. If I want to add Malayalam, copy any line in language line. Then mention here Malayalam. Then we have to mention here the ISO code of the language. This is the display name, Malayalam. Then ISO code Portuguese PT. If, for example, we want to see the ISO code languages. Search here, for example, Devanagari, otherwise Hindi, HI, Malayalam, ML. ML is the code. We can search in Google, you will get the desired language ISO code. Code is a two-letter number, ML. Then file, save. Then again restart Tomcat service. If you make any changes, to see the changes, need to restart this Tomcat service. Okay, I'm going to refresh. See here, Malayalam appeared. Anyway, we can change so many things in submission form. You can go through it, see the available items. For example, ISBN number, ISSN number, these things also we can change. Okay, this way um, we can add a new item type or language. We have to change this configuration file. See, some mistakes happened in my blog post. I will change it. I mean, rectify it. Next thing is yesterday we have tried one more thing. While suppose if you want to add edit metadata, suppose we want to add one more uh, item, it's possible. Yesterday we could not find it. I will show you once again. Editing of metadata. Okay, we are going to add one more metadata into this already saved metadata details. Click on open the details. Click on this, edit this item. Then metadata. Click on add. It will list out the existing Dublin core elements. Suppose you want to add an editor. Click here. Then language English. Then confirm. Then save it. The author name will appear here. This way we can edit metadata. Suppose we want to add one more author or some other elements like unique identifier, we can add another edit and add another metadata. Then next thing, how to change the text at the DSpace home page and how to change the elements on home page. This is the default look of DSpace. We can see here a we can see here a background image, and we can see here some text. You can replace this image and you can remove the existing text and add your own words. Okay, see, this front end elements stored in some other location, that is in Angular folder, the folder where Angular files are stored. That is home DSpace Angular. We have created a DSpace user for DSpace installation. In that home folder, Angular folder is there. We can find that file home news component.html, where we can change the things. I think we cannot enter into this place from another account. Anyway, we can try computer home. It's not permitted anyway. Yes, this is the folder home DSpace Angular DSpace src themes. Then DSpace app. It's a lengthy file location. DSpace app. Once again, app homepage, home news. Homepage, home news. Home news dot component dot html. That's the location. This is the file. This is a file. Here we can edit the changes. Anyway, we are going to open it from the blog. Sudo mousepad. Paste the location of the file. This is the content. See here, DSpace is the world leading open source repository platform. DSpace is the world leading open source repository platform. We can remove this paragraph. DSpace 7. This is heading 1. Okay, if you know the HTML scripting or syntax, how to put it? Okay, this thing we can remove. For example, you can add here your college name. We can remove it. Can remove this paragraph. Then background image, uh, banner, that is in assets, DSpace images banner.jpg. Assets, DSpace images. Okay, we will check. Assets, images, banner.jpg. This one. This is the image. You can replace the image. You can give there a logo of your customized header suitable for your institution. This is the place. Location is home, DSpace Angular, then SRC, assets, images. Okay, these are, here is the place of images. Then here is the logo. Here is the HTML page. Home page. Okay. Okay, we can customize without any knowing about the script using HTML. We can change the text there. You can replace the banner, then close it and save it. After making changes, you have to enter into this location, Angular location, then rerun the script, compile the script again, then only these uh, changes will make effect. Okay. Sudo su paste, then yarn run build prod. Then only the changes will display on the front page. I think it will take a little time. Class എടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ. Anyway, files regarding backend of the DSpace, we can find it in computer DSpace, uh, root DSpace. We can find the settings or configuration files here. And front end files regarding front end, we can find it in uh, home DSpace. And inside this folder, we can find the front end configuration files. Okay, it's over. The compilation is over. Then refresh the page. See here, Mahatma Gandhi University Digital Repository. Then we can change other interfaces things. I have not tried it using CSS. We can give a unique look, a global look. I mean, globally, we can apply design and changes using by changing CSS file. Minimal level, we can configure or redesign or customize the front page of the DSpace. Next thing is how to make available DSpace 7 in a local network. Most of the libraries would like to enable DSpace in a inside the campus. They have no other facility to make available online. It's possible. Earlier versions of DSpace, the front end attached to the port number 8080, but DSpace 7, the front end for port number is 4000. There are some differences. I will show you. See here, this is the port number 4000 open in open Angular interface, and backend server interface open in 8080. This is the details of our DSpace server. It open in 8080. Okay. To make available after the installation of DSpace, we can make available this DSpace in our network. It's possible. Suppose first we have to check your network inside a firewall. Suppose your network inside a firewall, usually they will disable some ports. Okay, disable port means if we install, for example, DSpace we install and attach the 4000 port number, DSpace will not work on that network, and we have to make sure with the networking team whether this port number blocked or not. Otherwise, we can install a firewall and enable this port number. UFW is a firewall software name. UFW, uncomplicated firewall. It's available in usually available with the Ubuntu operating system. Okay, install UFW, then allow 4000, then sudo UFW enabled. The same case with the cloud. If you install it in cloud, I have installed DSpace in DigitalOcean cloud service. There by default, no blockage of they have not blocked port number 4000. So after installation, directly available. Okay. The next thing is first we have to make sure finish the installation. Next is 4000 port is enabled or not, enabled or blocked. Next is we have to know about the local IP number of your system. IP number equal to name of a system or number of a system. Same like class number of a student in a class. Same like each computer in a network has an address, that is IP address. For example, 192.168.1.1. This is the IP number, local IP number that's available only inside that network. If you want to know the IP number of the system, we can install. There is a tool called Net Tools. For example, in Ubuntu, Net Tools. Otherwise, you can make a search in Google. How to know IP number of IP number in Ubuntu. Otherwise, Debian. Ubuntu in terminal or command line. See, it also display the IP number. This command IP address show. See here, it show the IP address. I am using broadband. Uh, Same like IP address, we can find it in other system. See here, Debian users can apply this command to know the IP number. The next thing is we have to open this local CFG file, the backend configuration file, and we have to make changes in two places. For example, I am going to open it, open this file. Paste, enter. Here DSpace server.url. By default, you can find HTTP localhost 8080 server. Here we can change the IP address of your system. For example, 192.168.1.1. And here also DSpace UI.url. This is the backend URL. This is the front end URL. You can change here 192.168.1.1. Okay, 4000 is the port. Two places we have to give the IP address. That is dspace.ui.url. Another place dspace server.url. Suppose you have a domain name. You have a domain name attached with your system. You can mention here the domain name. For example, in the case of MG University Library, repository.mgu.ac.in. And if you are using HTTPS, secure website, we have to change their HTTPS repository.mgu.ac.in. And no need to give the port number here. Okay, port number is the need. And also here, the domain name. We have to buy a domain, create a subdomain, and attach to the system. If secure site, give the HTTPS. Only two places. Okay. I have mentioned in my blog, open the file, find the two lines, change the IP address there. Okay. Save after making changes, save and close it. And one more thing, suppose if you change anything in the web, in the configuration file, we can take a precaution like make a copy and paste here and comment it the original line. Comment it the original line. The reason is that suppose we made any changes or mistakes, if we want to go back, we can uncomment this line and go back, remove this line, uncomment this line and go back. Always remember, if you want to change, make any changes on the lines inside this configuration file, uh, comment out the first original line, then copy it and paste it below, then make changes. If we have made any mistake happen, you can easily retrieve to the original state. We can easily go back to the original state. The second second file to edit is that is Angular configuration file that located in home DSpace, DSpace Angular, DSpace 7.6.1 config /config.prod.yml. Okay, we are going to open it. Copy the line. We are going to open it in mousepad editor. Sudo, no, just copy it. Copy the line, enter it. This is very important. Two places we have to do it. One is UI. Here the front end network configuration UI colon SSL, whether your site has SSL enabled. For local system, we cannot enable SSL. Default value is true. We can change it to false. Default value is true. We can change it to false. Host is local host, no problem. Local host, it's available only in the system. If you want to add an IP address, you can mention the IP address 192.168.1.1. This is the IP address. We can call this DSpace using this IP address from a local network. This is the port number. This is very important. User interface. Second thing is REST. REST means the backend. Okay, SSL false, then host name is IP address, then port number 8080. Only two changes in two components here and there. SSL false for local network, SSL false host, uh, mention the IP address, then port number, no need to change it. And on it, actually here 443 will be there. You can change it to 8080. I have mentioned here. See, after that, you can close the file, save and close the file, and you can open this URL, IP address colon 4000 in a browser. It will work. If it does not work, you can restart the Tomcat server. It will work. This way, we can make available DSpace in a local network. Local network its enabling is comparatively easy. We have to know about the concept. First, we have to change IP address in DSpace config local file, the backend's configuration file. Then second thing, we have to change it in Angular configuration file. Change like this. This way we can make available in local network. Suppose you install it in a cloud. Uh, we can make available in IP address. I install it in the IP address. It's available, but it's not a proper way access using IP address. But IP address is very difficult for others to remember. We can assign a domain name. We can buy a domain name and attach it to the DSpace. Okay, this IP address is ugly. Nobody can remember it, especially library users. And we cannot enable SSL file. It shows not secure. Okay, how to attach a domain name, how to buy a domain name, attach it to the system. Uh, that's the same way we add IP address. The same way we can add the domain name, but we have to buy the domain name from service like GoDaddy. First, to search for the domain name, DSpace learning. Search for domains. Here only 1 rupees. 1 year only with a 3-year term. If you buy it for 3 year, lot of discount you will get. Then these other domain also available. Top VIP shop .net. Okay, you can buy it. See the price based on the domain name extension. The price also varies. See here, shows that price is high. See here, dot shop 124 rupees. Okay, anyway, first we have to buy it. After buying it, you can make the payment using credit card or debit card. Better to buy for 3 years. You will get the domain in a reduced rate. For example, for 600 rupees, you can buy it for 3 years. Okay, after buying it, you can go to the dashboard of the domain name. See here, for example, list connect. Click on list connect. You can create subdomain. Suppose your institution has a domain, you can create a subdomain for your DSpace. For example, dspace.mgu.ac.in. Otherwise, you can directly use this type domain name, listconnect.in. I will show here. Okay, this is a domain name website. We have to connect this website with the cloud server. We install the DSpace. Click on domain manage DNS. See here, we mention here uh, DigitalOcean. To get DigitalOcean service has access to this full control over this domain, we have to make some changes. After that, we can add this domain name um, into your DSpace website. Okay, you can get the instruction from Google. Just make search for GoDaddy domain to DigitalOcean. GoDaddy domain to DigitalOcean. Connecting a GoDaddy domain to a DigitalOcean. See here, opened GoDaddy. Manage DNS. Then add this line into manage DNS. After that, you can control this domain from DigitalOcean. Wait, we will check. Domain, manage DNS. Name server. Name server. Okay, it already added. Then go to once again, first to buy the domain name, then go to the GoDaddy uh, domain name settings, then click on manage DNS, then name server, then we can add these lines one by one. That is ns1 digitalocean.com, ns2 digitalocean.com, ns3 digitalocean.com. Instruction available in the web. Then go to DigitalOcean Cloud Web Service. Login. Okay, then in settings, add a domain. Okay, this is the cloud instance we have created for DSpace. It is called a droplet in DigitalOcean. Click on add a domain. Then see here, host name. Enter a domain. DSpace and see here, this domain name attached to this DSpace cloud server. Okay, now the next thing is the same, like we can open the configuration file, add the domain name there, not here. Open the configuration file, add the domain name there, and also here domain name we can mention in the configuration.prod.yml. Instead of IP address, we can add the domain name. This thing will available, DSpace will available in the domain name. Anyway, you can try yourself. Uh, Tutorials available on the web. You can buy a domain, not costly. 200 rupees you can buy a domain, including tax, and attached to trial version of DigitalOcean. You can try yourself. And after attaching domain, you can enable that SSL certificate. SSL certificate, we can install it. See here, Let's encrypt. Yesterday I have show the site. Let's encrypt. Tutorial available. Let's encrypt command line. Let's encrypt command line. DigitalOcean. Uh, See, before enable this, let's encrypt. Our web DSpace domain should be we attach the port into 4000. Okay, if you want to get this domain, move into domain name. For example, dspace.mgu.ac.in. We have to create a virtual host in Apache and connect the port to 80 port. Okay, we have to create a virtual host in Apache. Install Apache and create a virtual host. Virtual host means an virtual instance of a website. Okay, we have to create a virtual instance of a DSpace website, and then we have to we can connect the domain into that Apache web server. The default web server of DSpace is Tomcat. Okay, Tomcat using 4000 port number. Uh, we have to move the port number to 80. We have to make use a domain. We have to install Apache and create a virtual host, an instance for website instance in Apache, then connect with our DSpace installation. I will show the example file here. See here, after the installation of Apache, this is the DSpace configuration. Same like Koha virtual host. See here, virtual host 80, server name dspace.miclibrary.in. That's another subdomain. Then redirect https dspace.miclibrary. Then virtual host 443. 443, that is for SSL certificate. Okay, that's the port. Secure site port number is 443. Enable it in the virtual host. Um, then we have to enable it. The site will be available on the domain name. Anyway, you feel difficult to understand it, that this is a website hosting concept. In normal case, we can connect with a IP address and make available in a local network. uh, that's not same. If we attach to a domain name, we have to buy a domain name attached to the DSpace. Then um, then change the port number to 80. We have to use Apache web server, create a virtual host, same like create a virtual host in Koha. Then use the 80 port and 443 port for SSL secure site. Create a virtual host and enable it. DSpace will work on domain name with the SSL certificate. Secure site certificate we can make available anywhere. This way we can make available DSpace in a local network or cloud server. Next thing is upgrading DSpace 6 to 7. DSpace 6 end of life in on next month. We will not get any updates to DSpace 6. It will obsolete very soon. We have to move to DSpace 7. But upgrade to 6 to 7 is comparatively easy. Same like Koha, we can take the backup and backup the asset store of DSpace. Asset store means where PDF file, metadata, and other things are stored. I will show the asset store. Other location, computer, DSpace. This is the asset store. Asset store contain PDF file, image files related with an item. See, inside asset store of the book, we can see the book jacket. For actually the yesterday imported collection available here. Okay, for backing up purpose, we have to copy this asset store file, then log folder. That's not mandatory. Asset store is very important. You want log folder, you can copy the log folder, and no other folders are not important. Okay, copy this asset store, copy this log folder. And next thing is we have to um, take the backup of DSpace database. Okay, first we enter into PostgreSQL, then we can take a backup. I will show here. Sudo su -i postgres. It asks the password. Okay, now we are inside the prompt postgres at pop.os. The next command is pg underscore dump DSpace. DSpace is the name of the database into DSpace dot backup. Otherwise, give a date like 9/5/2024 dot backup. First, we log in into Postgres. Second, pg dump is the command to take the backup of the database DSpace. DSpace dot, this is the destination file, DSpace dot backup. Press enter. Okay, backup took. This backup, we can find it at this folder, var lib PostgreSQL. Var lib PostgreSQL. This is the backup. Small file. We cannot directly copy from the system file. We can apply the command to copy the file, copy the file from there to home folder. We can go to cd var lib PostgreSQL ls backup sudo cp to home. Okay, another way we can export it. Now we are in PostgreSQL. We can copy to another place and take a backup in cloud storage or pen drive. Anyway, after taking backup, file store in this system folder, we can move to some other place. Suppose you are running version 6, we can take the backup and move it in another place. The second thing is we can compress the asset store. Sudo zip -r asset store.zip. This is the file to compress. computer DSpace asset store. We have to take the backup of this folder. Okay, then log file, if you need, you can take the compressed folder of log folder. Okay, take the backup, then install new version of DSpace 7. After DSpace functioning like this, we have to stop the Tomcat server and remove the asset store. Remove this asset store. The purpose is we are going to add the old DSpace 6 asset store here. Then remove the log folder and move the DSpace, move the asset store and log folder into this place, the newly installed DSpace 7. Next thing is we will stop PostgreSQL, then start PostgreSQL, applying this command, then prompt into get into inside into PS PostgreSQL, then drop means remove the database and create a new blank database and quit. Okay, to restore our old version of DSpace 6 database, we remove the newly installed DSpace 7's database, create a blank database. Then apply this, apply again, we login into, we move the backup file into var lib PostgreSQL. This is the command move, mv, move, otherwise cp, copy into this place. Then apply the database command to restore the old backup, restore into new version of DSpace. Then reindex the search engine. Now you can access the record of DSpace 6 into 7. It's a lengthy, but if you're familiar with the commands, you can easily manage it. Another method of restoration is you can export the collection, batch export the collection. Suppose you have a few collections, you can export the collection into zip file and import one by one. Few collections you have, export all the collections one by one and import it into DSpace 7 collection one by one. Two methods we can follow. This is the backup and restoration process of DSpace. I have not explored too much deep into DSpace 7. Anyway, in our university, we have a DSpace 6 is running, and we will purchase a new server very soon. Otherwise, university will grant us a cloud server. Then we have to export the old version backup into new one. And we will customize the front end and other things. Anyway, after exploring these things, I will add more posts regarding this restoration and related to latest version. I can post it into my blog. Anyway, watch my blog regularly. I will add the posters useful for your DSpace maintenance in your institution. One more thing we have to learn, that is harvest metadata into a collection. Suppose you want to harvest arcsave, for example, preprint server like arcsave. You have to get collection from arcsave into your DSpace. Otherwise, you can harvest uh, all ebooks from directory of open access books into your DSpace. You can make available. Harvesting is possible. See, arcsave is a preprint server. Um, Preprint server on engineering, statistics, finance, economics. We can harvest into our system. It's possible. How to make it? First, we have to create a collection to harvest for this harvesting purpose. First, we have to open a collection. See here. Uh, See, open the configuration file. DSpace config modules. oa.cfg. Okay. Enable it and uncomment the line. Control F. Uncomment it. Save and close the file. Then create a collection. See, new collection, Department of History, name arcsave. Okay, and save it. Here we can click on edit, edit the collection. After creating the collection, click on edit. Then content source, select the content source. Here we can mention the source to harvest, OI provider. Some sources compatible with the OI PMH we can add here. For example, we can add every OA PMH enabled website. They give the guidance or instructions how to harvest there from their website. For example, help. This arcsave, you can click on help. Then bulk data access, bulk metadata access, OA PMH method. Click on. Okay, they will give you the instruction. Anyway, I will show here. Same way, DOAB, director of open access book, they also give the instruction how to harvest into your system. Here I will show example. um, URI HTTP or DOA. And here set ID. Set ID means segment wise we can download. For example, physics collection alone, maths collection alone, we can harvest metadata of physics alone. We can um, download. That is set ID. Set ID is physics. The set ID has some code like computer science CS. They will mention it in their harvesting information sites. See here, math, CS, NLAN. Okay, click on math. Math is the code for mathematics. Math. Then metadata, symbol Dublin core. Symbol Dublin core. Then harvest metadata only. Okay. Then save it. After saving it, then click on import now. Then click on import now. Not enabled. In normal case, it take time to harvest the metadata, maths metadata into your system. Yes, it's working. Content source saved. Click on import now. It's importing. Huge data sets available at archive. For example, maths have small set you can download. Suppose you want this computer science, you can give the collection computer science and harvest the computer science collection into system. It's importing. This is the best method to make available, extend our resources into other sources. You can harvest into system. But I think only metadata they will harvest. It will link to original source, full text original source. We have to click on the link, visit the site. I think other things like harvest the full text, including full text, I think not working. Anyway, it's not fully functional, but metadata importing will work. We can go to the home page and find it. Localhost. See here, this is the harvested thing. Collection Department of History, ArcSave. See the articles imported into system. Click on it. Full item page. Okay. This way we can import the entire collection of from ArcSave. We can try to run the script, show the thumbnail available. We can try it. I think harvested thing has no thumbnail. No. The reason is that they do not import the full text, so no thumbnail. Okay, these are the things I would intended to cover. Any doubt regarding? Anyway, not like Koha DSpace is different. The background thing is uh, more we have to concentrate on the background related things, services and other things. The front end is very simple. Anybody can manage. If we successfully install it, the front end we can easily manage. But we have to configure and tune the backend services. Then only DSpace will work well. Anyway, you try yourself harvest books from DOAB later. Okay, Directory of Open Access. They give the instructions on how to harvest into your DSpace resources, metadata harvesting, and the content. See here. They give the details. You can harvest yourself. And the sets details also available. For example, a particular topic books you can download. Okay. and you have to find this ID, set ID of DOAB. If it put it correct, we can download the ebooks. Okay. Can we conclude?